Hey buddies, how you doing? E3 is around the corner. I'm getting excited. It's like Christmas. It's actually more like the Super Bowl of gaming. And that's how we're going to treat it on Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be going live with the Sony conference. Why the Sony conference? So, initially the plan was, or at least the sort of what I had kind of started bouncing around on people, was the idea of doing all of E3 live this year. And by live, I mean us live while watching the conference live. This poses a few problems, but it also has some upsides. The upsides are that it's going to create like an energy because, you know, it's completely live. So there's going to be like that feeling of excitement of like it's watching sports. You know, it's going to happen right before your eyes. Anything could happen. And we were going to treat it like a sports event, and we still are. But the thing is, the problems it poses is, first of all, the conferences are like 3 hours apart, and there's 4 of them throughout the day. It starts off with Microsoft in the morning, then it goes EA, Ubisoft, and then Sony at night. And keeping up that kind of energy through the day is going to be kind of difficult. Also, Kyle was going to have to sacrifice a day at work in order to come in to do it. So instead, what I decided to do is I still want to try out the live thing. So and because I wanted to do them as soon as possible, I wanted to do them that night, the recorded streams, just rewatch them as though they were live. And but because Sony starts at 6, it means that we could only go live at about 8, which is just a little bit too late. So instead, I figured we would go live when Sony goes live, and it would be just the only one that we watch live. Not because it's Sony, not for any particular reason, just because they're the last one of the day, and I want to kind of experiment with just one conference to see what it looks like live. And if it goes well, maybe we'll do the next morning Nintendo live as well at 9 a.m. the next morning. I'm still thinking about that, but for now, the plan is 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. We will be live with Sony, followed by the Microsoft conference, the EA conference, and the Ubisoft conference. There will be beers. We're going to drink. We may even make a few drinking games based around the conferences. Like every time a suit comes out that doesn't look like he played a game in the day in his life, then we'll take a drink. Or when somebody flails their arms about, wildly trying to desperately get across the funness of the Kinect, we'll take a drink, and stuff like that. So come on out and hang with us. One other thing. Throughout the day, of course, I will be watching the conferences in advance. I will be the only one watching them in advance in preparation. And because I don't want to watch them alone completely, I am going to make it so that it's going to be a private Turbo stream to come and watch the conferences with me alone. It'll be a Video Games Lonesome with Turbos and Fresh. And the reason for that is, for one, it's a little bit of a reward for Turbos, yes. For two, it is because I don't want any random passerby to see the live stream with just me sitting there. I'm not going to be on. Like, as a host, I'll be sitting there kind of like silently a lot of the time, thinking. I'll be cheering, I'll be getting excited when that happens, but I'm not going to be very entertaining. So because of that, I don't want a new viewer of the show to be like, so this is his show, this is kind of stupid, and to pass by it and never think of Video Games Awesome ever again. This is something I always have in mind whenever we go live. If we're not going to be putting our best foot forward, then I don't want anybody, like the random general public, to see it. So that's your reward, Turbos. The stuff that I think is not good enough for the public, you get as a bonus. So I'll see you there, guys. I'll be sending out the Turbo passwords on the forum the day of, I think, and the link to the stream. And to everybody else, we'll see you that night at 6 o'clock p.m. for E3. It's going to be a big year, guys. I'm excited for it. I'm not going to say too much because, to be honest, I'm worried about who's going to watch this. My co-hosts. So I'll see you on there, guys. I love you.